Marilyn Monroe, Cindy Crawford, and Eva Mendes. What do they all have in common? They all have that one mole on their face that makes their face recognizable. But today I'm not here to talk about that one mole on your face. I'm here to talk about all those other moles on your face. You know, the ones that make you look unpleasant, the ones where people want to like connect the dots, or the ones where people want to say, I see a constellation on your face. You know. And don't get me wrong, I'm not ashamed of any of my moles. Because again, they are my beauty marks. It's just that I find them a little distracting. Because I know when people are trying to have conversations with me, they're really thinking in their head, dude, how many moles does she have? And I know that when I'm having a deep conversation with them, they're sitting there counting them. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to reveal all my moles today, and then I'm going to show you how I've concealed them with makeup. Okay, so it's a new day today, and I've started out with no concealer and no foundation on, just to give you a general idea of where all the moles are on my face. And clearly you can tell that all the moles are on this side versus on this side. Okay, so the products that I'm going to be using to show you how to conceal your moles are with Kat Von D's Tattoo Eraser and Tattoo Concealer. Now these two are going to be used in conjunction with each other because they're both waterproof and because they can conceal dark ink really well. And so since moles are dark, I decided to use these products. And since I sweat a lot, I decided to also use these products. So hopefully they'll do the job and hopefully they'll show you how well I've concealed my moles. Now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to prep, and we're going to use Kat Von D's Tattoo Eraser, which is a pencil that looks like it's pink. And the intention of this is to counteract the dark blue or black ink that's usually found on tattoos. So here you'll see that I'm drawing right over the mole, and then I'm filling in the area in between and surrounding the mole. Now, as I'm covering the other moles on my face, I just want to explain to you that if you can still see the moles, what you want to do is you want to wait 15 seconds and then add a second layer to the moles that are still visible. And this should help conceal the moles better. So this is the results after I've prepped the moles. So now the second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to conceal the moles by using the Tattoo Concealer by Kat Von D. And this is in the color medium. Now all you need is just a really tiny amount, and what you want to do is you want to just take a small little brush and just apply a little bit of this onto your brush, just like so. Now what you want to do is you want to apply that over the mole and the surrounding area of the mole. And remember, we're patting this on to pack on the concealer. Also remember, if you can still see your moles, what you want to do is you want to let the first layer dry and then go back and repeat with the second layer of concealer. Now what you'll want to do is you want to blend out your concealer, and what you can do is you can use your fingers to blend out the area surrounding the mole, or you can use a brush to finally blend this out even better. So now you can clearly see that the moles are concealed, but in order to secure that they're concealed and they're protected, we're going to put a little bit of powder on it so that it stays in place. So I'm going to take some loose powder with a brush, just like this, and I'm just going to tap it on the brush, and I'm actually just gonna tap it over all the areas that I applied that concealer to. And this will actually make the concealer a little bit darker, that powder, and so it won't make that that spot stand out as much. And you can see it's kind of disappearing a little bit. I shouldn't have put it over here, but as you can clearly see, it's the whiteness that was on it is kind of disappearing. Now remember, I'm not putting any foundation on, and I'm not putting any other concealer on, so this is just concealer on top of my mole. And so if you want to, you can put foundation on and then apply your powder, but I'm not going to in this case. I'm just gonna show you for demonstration purposes, just to all the areas where we apply that concealer. And you can clearly see that you can't see my moles as much. You can see this mole here, but all the other moles you can't really tell. So this is a very, very great improvement from before. So here's a before and an after. And here's the final look with nails!